Hi, how are you? I have had some critique to my channel, some from viewers and some from these other creators. And the message has been like in the critique mainly the same. So quit rambling and don't waste my time and get straight to the business and condense and say as fast as you can and as efficiently as you can your business, and then we deal with it. Okay, thanks. But I don't, no, I'm sorry I'm laughing, but of course there are different kind of channels. And my channel and me as a person, I'm not an advocate of efficient life, about doing as much as you can in the shortest amount of time as you can and be as successful with any cost as you can. That's not how I want to live my life, and that's not how I want to talk in this channel. I know that I made a video about how I try to do as much as I can in my working hours, and my working hours was something like 6 hours and from there. And I know that many people think that that's utterly ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous for me being a private entrepreneur and making or doing only like 6 or tops 8 hours a day. But I want to live my life, and I want to be healthy, and I want to have energy for my family and for all the other things in life. And of course there is a big difference between different ages. When I was 20-something, I had loads of energy. I could start drawing something 9 o'clock in the evening and stop at 11 or 12 and then watch TV and then go to sleep and then wake up 6 hours later and go jogging. And that was all right and that was fun for me. But I can't do that anymore. I simply can't. I don't know. I have been sad about it and I have been thinking about it, that why I do not have the energy anymore. But I just don't. And I think that many people, or when I listen to people, I get the picture that many people don't have that similar kind of energy when they are 50 and older. They simply don't. Many people have, and that's great. I would love to be that kind of person. I would love to have the energy to do everything, like from the moment I wake up to when I fall asleep. Do things, do fun things and do not so fun things. But that would be nice, but that's not my reality. And I think that if we really try to be that still when we are 50 or even earlier, if you do not have the energy, try to live accordingly so that you are not exhausted all the time. Because that kind of exhaustion it builds up. So when you are, and one day you are just a little bit tired and you push and push and push, and the next day you are more tired and you push more, and then you are just more tired and push more, and in the end you have a burnout. And it's not how much you actually did or didn't do, but the amount. If it was too much for you, it was too much for you. And we are individuals, all of us. And the other thing is that I have been thinking really hard, like, what's the point? What's the point of me, for example, being as efficient as I can and not live my life at the same time? I know people, unfortunately, I have known people who have worked as entrepreneurs until they are 60, 65, and then they have been planning like, I will retire in 5 years and then I do all the fun stuff. But they had to retire at 50, 65 because their memory was just gone. And the person died a few years after that because of this illness, like due to old age, dementia, and it was really sad. All his life he thought that what will I do when I retire? Then I do everything that I do not do now. He works 7 days a week. So that kind of life is like postponed, inevitably, and there isn't ever the life. They don't ever live the life that they wanted to live. And that's sad. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that I work for like 10 years and then I retire and then I enjoy. What if I have a heart attack after 9 years? I don't want to risk that. I want to live and I want to be able to see what's around me. And of course, I understand that the view of life and world in general, it's a little bit different from my perspective. I have dealt with difficult things in my life. I know that things should go well, but they always don't. So I will always expect the worst. And that's something that's in my head and I cannot help it. But that's something that really encourages me to try to live as good life right now as I can. So I work just that much that I can enjoy my work, or I can be as close to enjoying my work as I possibly can. And I enjoy my free time, my leisure, my evenings, my afternoons, and be with the persons that I love. And that's the most important thing. And what comes to channels and having channels and keeping channels, I have flu coming also, which is great. But about channels, about people who talk very fast, they are very effective, they really tell you what you need to do, what you have to do, and they are all put together and their life seems perfect, even though they sometimes say that I am not perfect, but they still seem they're very perfect. I have come across quite many channels and thought that I'll be sick if I watch this for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I cannot, it makes me feel bad. The drive that they have, the real like, do this, and of course they're trying to sell something always. Everybody tries to sell something, I don't, but it makes me anxious. The fact that they do so much and try so much and be so much makes me anxious. And I know that that's one of the cons of social media, is that people look perfect. And then the people that view those videos or those pictures or updates think that they are perfect, and their lives as viewers are not perfect. So I don't like that comparison. I don't like to, or it's not that I even compare myself, like try to think when I start a video that what am I and what are they, or that's not the point. You don't have to even think about it. You do it automatically when you see somebody that is your peer, or when you, for example, see somebody that is much younger. Then you feel less. And I don't want to feel less. I want to see people that are like me, that have a life, that have upsides and have their downsides, and have good days and have bad days, and are happy about something and are exhausted about something. That's normal life. And I think that that's the kind of content that I want to create. And God forbid I have a life also. If I would have like days, like I would do this full time, it would be totally different, of course. But now The best of my energy during normal days goes to my work. And then something like spills off to these videos, and then rest goes to my family. And I think that that's something that also is something to accept, and it's something that makes me very normal, and I hope it's visible to you as a viewer, that I'm a normal person, and you can watch my videos if you want to know about somebody who is living somewhere very similar life that you are. And of course there are one special group that I want to remember always, is the lonely persons. I know that you can be among people but still be lonely, and that's a cruel world, a cruel life. And sometimes you can think about people. I know that many people consider social media people their friends, even though they never meet them and never talk to them, and they don't know even their names. But if you are very lonely, it's easier to be with persons even in one-sided like relationship or friendship. And watch videos of somebody that struggles with the normal things and is sometimes maybe lonely amongst people, because that's very easily made or easily felt. But this was again at my office at my lunch hour, a few thoughts about, should we be very efficient and productive all the time? Should we be busy? Should I condense this? This is 12 minutes now to 3.5 minutes. Should I do that? Would it be nicer for you as a viewer? I don't think so. Relax, take your time, listen and speak in your own pace. And remember that we only have this one life, as far as we know. I hope you have a great day, and I see you soon.